Hello everyone, my name is Katie Tolstad and I was part of the team that went to China this past summer. When Mike asked me to share my thoughts on why supporting these girls through moving mountains is so important, the hardest part was cutting down on what I would like to say. I decided upon two memories from this past summer to explain firstly why these girls deserve this scholarship and secondly how great their need is. One of my favorite days of the week was when the girls read their I Have a Dream letters. Each of the girls in my group gave me their letter to edit, and each letter was equally moving. Every single girl demanded that I correct every error in their papers. I was astounded at their determination and drive as they handed their papers back to me saying, "I know there are more mistakes than that, correct them all." All of their goals centered around giving back to their community in the form of doctors, lawyers, translators, or teachers. One girl told the story of her grandfather, who had died from something that antibiotics could have cured. But because he was uneducated about medicine, he wouldn't take the pills. Her motivation to become a doctor began at that moment, as she stated that she wanted to be a doctor so that she could educate rural China about treatments and medicines. Another girl in my group wants to be a teacher, because she knows the influence and motivation her teachers have instilled in her, and she wants to influence others that come from a similar background. A third girl recognized the government's exploitation of Chinese farmers, and therefore wants to become a lawyer in distant villages to make people aware of their rights. I did not for a moment doubt the sincerity of their intentions. In America, most people who want to be doctors or lawyers are interested in the greater good. However, a nice car and house is usually in the background. However, all of these girls sincerely want something better for themselves and their families, and have more motivation than I could ever hope for, despite facing much greater obstacles. By sponsoring a girl, you are not only helping change one girl's future, but rather creating a chain reaction so that she will go out and lift up others in her situation. The second memory that I would like to share was the home visits. During the week, we had all been in group, and while there were obvious differences, it was easy to forget how difficult these girls really have it. As we toured their villages and drove away after dropping them off, the reality of their situation sunk in. The first girl we dropped off lived with her dad, and the only electric appliance they had in their two-room home was a standing fan. She had gotten the needed scores to get into the top university, but her father could not pay to send her. When asked if this made her sad, she said no. "I am lucky to have gone to high school, and hopefully I will be able to send my kids to university." In America, we are taught that hard work pays off, but in China, this is not always the case. Without scholarships, all of their labor will be for nothing, even if they qualify for high school or university with grades. These scholarships are not simply added help to give these girls a future, but they are their only possibility. I was told that one of their lunches at school costs about 12 cents, where at my school I get $10. If I skipped buying one latte from Starbucks, I could buy a month worth of lunches for a girl. Most of their families have trouble scraping together enough to pay for their food, which shows how insurmountable the $340 for a year of tuition is. It is more than most of their family's annual income. You will not find a more grateful or motivated benefactor to sponsor than a girl like the ones we met last summer. We have seen the faces and become part of the dreams attached to these scholarships. Your sponsorship will go directly to changing a girl's life that has no hope or options without you.